If you file bankruptcy, can you buy a house ever again? Whether you can buy a house after you file bankruptcy is one of the most researched questions on Google today. The short answer is that filing bankruptcy will absolutely have an immediate impact on your credit, but you will rebound and you will be able to buy a house at another point in time. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to explain everything you need to know about buying a home after your bankruptcy is over. My name's Perlman. I'm a New Jersey bankruptcy attorney. We've been helping New Jersey consumers get the financial fresh start they deserve since 1994. If you or someone you know is facing financial constraints as it relates to credit cards, a mortgage, rent, or personal loans, we're here to be able to help and offer a free, confidential consultation. Most people are not aware of how credit works when you file bankruptcy or whether you can purchase a home after the bankruptcy is concluded. Most people who file bankruptcy already have a credit report that's been impacted. Their late payments, their negative payments, sometimes their judgments. In most cases, filing bankruptcy will not impact your credit any worse than it already is. However, when you do file bankruptcy, whether it's Chapter 7 or Chapter 13, there will be an impact on your credit. But there is life after bankruptcy. Most people are really very surprised to understand that at the conclusion of their bankruptcy, when their case is discharged, their credit actually improves. This is because there's a huge shift in their debt-to-income ratio, and all of those accounts or trade lines with TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax are labeled included in bankruptcy and discharged. For example, if when you file bankruptcy, you have $100,000 in unsecured debt, such as doctor and hospital bills, credit cards, or personal loans, at the conclusion of the case, or the point where we say the case is discharged, all those accounts have been zeroed out and you're in a situation where you have no debt whatsoever. That's a very, very huge distinction from the point in time prior to filing. There are some specific steps that you can take after your case is discharged to improve your credit report. They might include pulling your credit reports to make sure everything is accurate and correct. Many times we find clients who don't take this step. So we urge clients to review their credit report when their case is discharged to make sure those reports are accurate and correct. Number 2, getting a secured credit card and paying that secured credit card off early and making sure that secured credit card is one that the client can afford. 3, sometimes getting a credit card with an authorized user and making sure the authorized user is in a position to be able to charge, pay, and pay timely. If you take the necessary steps post-discharge to correct your credit and make sure that your credit report is accurate and correct, there absolutely is real estate in your future post-discharge. In a typical Chapter 7 after you're discharged, in most cases, per HUD requirements and for standard mortgages, the general rule is a 4-year waiting period to purchase real estate. If you're in a Chapter 13 and the Chapter 13 is active and you are in a 36 or 60 month waiting period, it's a little bit more nuanced. There are going to be factors that the underwriter or mortgage company will look at. Number 1, have you been current on your trustee payments within the bankruptcy? And as equally important, are you current on your post-petition mortgage payments? Or in other words, after your bankruptcy filed, have you remained current on your regular contractual mortgage payments? If those two histories are good, it's been our experience that you can get approved for a loan in the bankruptcy, again, subject to court approval. As it relates to other types of loans, such as VA, USDA, and FHA, there are other requirements, but there is still eligibility there for mortgages with those kinds of loans. So the short answer is you absolutely can buy real estate post-discharge with some exceptions. If you or someone you know is struggling with debt, they're receiving collection calls, they're having trouble with credit cards, personal loans, or they're behind on a mortgage, it's important to give us a call for a free confidential consultation.